Welcome, my students. In the previous part, we have learned about the different types of number system used in a computer. But in this part, we learn about the conversion from one number system to another number system. Okay, so as we have four types of number system, so each one number system can be converted into remaining three systems. So here is the picture that shows the type of conversion. So we know there are four types of number system. One is binary number system, decimal number system, then octal number system and hexadecimal number system. So we can convert binary number system to decimal number system, octal number system and hexadecimal. And for decimal number system we can convert to binary, to octal, to hexadecimal. We will be discussing on every number system one by one. Okay, go to the next slide. So at first we are talking about the binary number system and then the conversion between binary number system and all other number systems. Okay, so first we are taking the binary number systems to decimal number system conversion. Here in this process we have to know what are the place values of binary numbers. Okay, so the process starts from multiplying the bits of binary number with its corresponding positional weights, and lastly we add all those products. Okay, so now we are taking a simple example. Here we are trying to convert 1010, that is in binary number system, to decimal number system. So we have to write down the page values first. So what is the question? That is 1010. So we are writing here the binary number system, that is 1010. Okay, now from the left side we have to write the positional weights. Okay, so we know the positional weights starting from the left side, it is 2 to the power 0, then 2 to the power 1, then 2 to the power 2, then 2 to the power 3 and so on, increasing the power by 1. Okay, so this is for binary number system. So at first we are writing the binary number that we have to convert into the decimal number system. So we are now multiplying the bit and then the positional weight. Okay, and then we are adding all those numbers. So we are going step by step. So here we are writing all those numbers, and here these are the positional values or place values. Now at first we are multiplying this, so that will be 0 multiplied with 2 to the power 0, then this part 1 into 2 to the power 1, then 0 into 2 to the power 2, then 1 into 2 to the power 3. Okay, and then we have to add all those values in between. Okay, so 2 to the power 0 means we know something to the power 0 equal to 1. So 2 to the power 0 equal to 1, so it is multiplied with 0, so total value will be 0. Then this 2 to the power 1, that means 2, and multiplying with 1, so it gives us 2. Okay, then 0 into 2 to the power 2, so 0 multiplied with 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 2 means 4, because 2 to the power 2 means 2 into 2. We know what is power, Okay, so 2 to the power 2 means 2 into 2, that gives us 4, but here it is multiplied with 0, so 0 into 4, that gives us 0. Here, that is 1 into 2 to the power 3. We know 2 to the power 3 means 2 into 2 into 2, so this gives us 8, so this gives us 8 to the power 2 into 2 into 2 gives us 8. So 2 to the power 3 equal to 8, and it is multiplying with 1, that gives us 8. Okay, so now we are getting 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0, so it gives us 10. Okay, so it is in the decimal form. Okay, so now in this example already we have converted the binary number system into decimal number systems. Okay, we are taking another examples. Suppose the binary numbers are 1111. So we have to convert 111, that the base is 2 because it is in the binary number system, into the decimal number systems. So the first procedure is we have to write down the positional weights or the place values. So we are writing here, so 1 1 1 1, and what is the positional values from that will be 2 to the power 0, for this it is 2 to the power 1, for that 2 to the power 2 and 2 to the power 3. Okay, so for this it is 1 into 2 to the power 0, that is equal to 1. Okay, because 2 to the power 0 means 1, and then multiplying with 1, that gives us 1. Then 1 into 2 to the power 1, it gives us 2, as 2 to the power 1 means 2, and multiplying with 1 gives us 2. Then 1 into 2 to the power 2, so 1 into 2 to the power 2 gives us 4, and 1 into 2 to the power 3 gives us 8. So already we have 8, then 4, then 2, then 1, so it gives us the result 15. Okay, so for binary number system, that is 1112, it gives us the result 15 in decimal number system. Okay, got it? Go to the next slide. So it is the also the example of binary to decimal, but here the difference is, here is the point is there. So if the point is there, then we have to multiplying from this side after point or decimal point with all these weights. How? I am trying to make you clear. So if we draw the positional weight, it goes like that way: 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, and so on the left side. And for the right side, that will be 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, same, but one difference is all these are the in negative sign. Okay, so after 2 to the power 0, on the right hand side it will be 2 to the power minus 1, 2 to the power minus 2, 2 to the power minus 3. That means 2 to the power minus 1 means 1 by 2, 2 to the power minus 2 means 1 by 2 to the power 2, and it means 1 by 2 to the power 3. Okay, so on the right side it will be minus power, and on the left side it will be positive power. Okay, so whenever we have the question that we have to find out the decimal number of this binary, suppose the question is point is 1011, this is in the binary, we have to convert it into decimal. So what to do? At first we have to write down the numbers. So what are the numbers? 1 0 1 1. So I have already told you that, so we have to multiply 2 to the power minus 1, with 1, 2 to the power minus 2 with 0, 2 to the power minus 3 to 1, and 2 to the power minus 4 with 1. Okay, because here the position values after point is 2 to the power minus 1, then so we are multiplying all the digits with the positional values, then we are adding all the values. Look at, so 1, for 1 it will be multiplied with 2 to the power minus 1, for 0 it will be multiplied with 2 to the power minus 2, then 1 it will be multiplying by 2 to the power minus 3, and then 2 to the power minus 4. So here it gives 0.5, here it is multiplied with 0, so gives us 0. 1 into 2 to the power 3, that means 1 into 1 by 2 to the power 3, so that means 1 into 1 by 8. So if we calculate it, it gives us 0.125, and 1 into 2 to the power minus 4, that gives us 0.0626. So if we add those values, it gives us the result 0.6875 in decimal. Okay, so we can write it, if the number is 1011 in the binary, it gives us the result 0.6875 in decimal. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Okay, so if you have doubt, then pause it and recap it. Okay, go to the next slide. Now we are coming to the slide, that is we have to conversion from binary number system to octal number system. Okay, so all the points are given above. In the first step, we have to make the pairs of 3 bits on both sides of the binary points. If there will be 1 or 2 bits left in a pair of 3 bits pair, we add the required number of zeros on extreme sides. Next point is, we write the octal digits corresponding to each pair. Okay, so the base of the binary is 2 and the base of the octal is 8. So now we are converting the binary to octal conversion. Okay, so in binary number, the pair of 3 bits is equal to 1 octal digits. So we are taking the example first. Suppose, look at the example. What is the example? You are taking it first. Number 1, convert 100111010 into octal number system. So we have to make the pair of 3 bits to make it in the octal conversion. So at first write the number 100111010. Okay, so if we make a group of 3 bits, then it will be 010, 111, and then 100. Okay, now for 010, we know what is the value, 2. Okay, for 111, what is the value? The value is 7. And for 100, it gives the value 4. Okay, so if we convert 100111010 into octal, it gives us the number 472. Okay, so we can write 100111010 in binary gives us 472 base 8, that is in octal number system. Okay, got it? So already we have learned about the tables, that is 010. How can we write 010 equal to 2? This is the question I think arises in our mind. So 0 1 0, that means in binary number system what will be the positional weights, that is 0, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. So this is multiplied by 0, this is multiplied by 0, so it will be nullified. So only the remaining part is 1 into 2 to the power 1, so it gives us 2. That's why it is 0 1 0 gives us 2. Okay, so 1 1 1 means 7 in binary, 1 0 0 4, 0 1 0, that is 2. Okay, so you do these examples. Now the part is, if decimal point is present here, how to convert? Same thing. Suppose the number is 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1.1 0 0 0 1 1. Okay, here it is the question. So we have to make the group of 3 digits or bits. So 0 1 1 means 3, 1 0 0 means 4, 1 1 7 means 7, 1 0 0 means 5, 0 1 0 means 2. So what is the octal number of the binary number 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1.1 0 0 0 1 1, that is 257.43, and the base is 8. Okay, got it? Okay, go to the next slide. Now it is binary to hexadecimal conversion. We know the base numbers of binary and hexadecimals are 2 and 16 respectively. In a binary number, the pair of 4 bits is equal to 1 hexadecimal number. Okay, so 4 bits equal to 1 hexadecimal digit. So the points are, in first step we have to make the pair of 4 bits on both sides of the binary point. This is the first point. Second point is, if there will be 1, 2 or 3 bits left in a pair of 4 bits pair, we add required number of zeros on extreme sides. Okay, and the last point is, we write hexadecimal digits corresponding to each pair. How? Suppose the question is, we have to convert this binary number system into hexadecimal number system. How to convert? We have to make the groups of 4 digits first from the left side. Okay, so what are the groups? This is 0 0 0 0, then 0 0 0 1, then 0 1 1 1, then 1 1 0. Now we know the table. 0 0 means 0, 0 0 0 1 means 1, 0 1 1 1 means 7, and 1 1 1 0 means E. So what is the hexadecimal number? That will be E710 and base 16. This is the hexadecimal number of the given binary number. Okay, got it? So here one another examples is given. So suppose the number is 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1, already given to me. Okay, so what to do? First we have to make the groups of 4 digits or bits. So we are making, and then 0 1 0 1 means 5, 0 0 1 1 means 3, and 1 0 1 1 means B. Okay, because B means 11, so 1 0 1 1 means 11. So the number is B35 and the base is 16. Okay, so we have to remember this list. We have to remember. Okay, you have to learn it well. So any number in hexadecimal represents the binary number system as here. So A means 1010, that means 10. B means 1011, that means 11. C means 1100 in binary. D means 1101 in binary. Okay. E means 14 and in binary it will be 1110. F means 1111 in binary and in decimal it will be equal to 15. Okay, because we know A equal to 10, B equal to 11, C equal to 12, D equal to 13, E equal to 14 and F equal to 15. Okay, so all these are the 16 symbols of hexadecimal and all these are the respective binary numbers. Okay, go to the okay, now the point is we have to convert decimal to binary number system. So we know in decimal number system we have 10 symbols or 10 digits starting from 0 and up to 9, and in binary number system only we have 0 and 1. For converting decimal to binary there are two steps required to perform. Number one is we have to perform the division operation on the integer and the successive quotient with the base of binary, and then we perform the multiplication on the integer and the successive quotient with the base of binary. So we are taking one example, 29. Suppose we have to convert 29, that is in the decimal number system, into the binary number system. So here we are converting from decimal number system into binary number system. So in binary number system the base is 2. Okay, so here we have to divide the number 29 by 2. So if we try to divide it, it will be 29 then 2 14, that means 29, and then 28, that means 1 remaining. So you have to write the remainders or the remaining part here one by one. So if we multiply 2 into 14, that is 28. So 29 minus 28, it will be 1. So the remaining part is 1. Here 2 into 7, that is 14. So there is no remaining part or remainder. So that's why we are writing here 0. Then that is 7. So we cannot write 2 into 4, that will be 8. So the number should exceed the number here. We have to take the less number. So here it is 7. So we have to write 3 here. So 3 into 2 6. So remainder or the remaining part is 1. Again 2 into 1, that means 2. So 3 minus 2, that is 1, and then it is 1. So if we multiply 0 with 2, it gives 0. So 1 minus 0, that is 1. So we have to write here 1. Okay, pause it and recap it to understand well. So we have to bring 0 at end. Okay, and we have to write all the remainders of the remaining here one by one. Okay, and what will be the binary number of the decimal number 29? We have to write all the remainders from bottom to top like this. So 29 in decimal number system gives us 11101 in binary number system, because we have to write from bottom to top. Okay, the first remaining or the remainder is known as the LSB. That means it is known LSB. LSB means least significant bit, and the last remainder is known as the MSB or most significant bit. As we are writing from bottom to top, that means this is known as the MSB and these digits is known as the LSB. Okay, but we are taking another example. Here it is 25. Okay, so 25, so we are dividing by 2, that is 12. Here it is 12, so 12 and 2, that gives 24. That means remainder is 1. This is the first remainder. Then 2, this is 12, 6 into 2, it gives us 12, so we will get 0 because there is no remainder. Again it is 6, then we have to divide it. 2 into 3, that means 6, so it gives us 0 again. Then it is 3, we have to divide by 2, so we can use 1, because if we write here 2, then it gives us 4. It is the greater number than the number present here. So 2 into 1, that means 2. So 3 minus 2, that means remainder is 1. Again 0, that means 0. 2 into 0, 0. 1 minus 0, that is 1, the fifth remainder. So now we have to write here like that way from bottom to top. So what will be the binary number of this decimal number 25? That will be 11001. Okay, so this bit is known as LSB and this bit is known as the MSB. Okay, why we are writing 1? So at the rough portion you can do the division. So 2 is using here to divide the 25. So here it is 12, 24, so 1 is remaining. Okay, so you can do also like that way. So this part we have to write here and remaining part you have to write here. Okay, again when you are divide 3 using 2, so what will be the number here? 1, here 2, that is 1 1. Okay, so that this one is here and this here 1 we have to write here. Okay, so remaining part, for the remaining part you have to write here and the quotient part you have to write here. Okay, I think it is clear to you. This is decimal to binary conversion. Okay, next, if there is decimal number in fraction and the question is you have to convert decimal fraction to binary, then the solution is we have to multiply this decimal fraction by 2 repeatedly and collect integer bits. How? So the number is 0.6875. okay, because it is decimal fraction and previous one was not in decimal fraction, integer. So if decimal fraction is there, you have to multiply decimal fraction by 2, so it gives us 1.37. so whatever the number is there before decimal we have to write here under bit and the fraction we have to write under the new fraction column. Okay, so whenever we are multiplying 0.6875 into 2, it gives us 1.375. so we have to write this number 1 under bit and we have to write the number after decimal under the new fraction column. Okay, so we are writing here and then again we have to multiply this fraction into 2 again, so it gives us 0.375 into 2, it gives us 0.75. so we have to write 0.75 under new fraction and 0 under bit column. Again this number is 0.75. Again we have to multiply it by 2, so it gives us 1.5. So we have to write 1 under bit and 0.5 under new fraction. 1.5 it gives us 0.5 plus 1. Okay, so we are writing integer part under the bit column and fraction part under the new fraction column. Okay, and then it is 0.5. so if we multiply 0.5 using 2, that gives us 1.0. so bit is 1 and fraction is 0. so whenever 0 comes here, we have to stop here. Binary number for the decimal number 0.6875, it will be, we have to write it from top to bottom. Okay, in the previous, when decimal fraction was not there, then we have to go bottom to top, but here it is decimal fractions, so we are collecting the bits from top to bottom. So what will be the number? So number will be that. So if the decimal fraction is 0.6875, it gives us 0.1011. we are taking it from top to bottom, 1011 in binary number system. Okay, go to the next slide. Now it is decimal to octal number system. So for converting decimal to octal, there are two steps required to perform. One is, we have to perform division operations on the integer and successive quotient with the base of octal. And next is, we have to perform multiplication on the integer and the successive quotient with the base of octal 8. So if the decimal number is 33 and we have to convert it into the octal, then we have to divide this number using 8. So if we divide the number, it gives us here 4, it gives us 1 remainder. So 4 is there and remainder part is there. Okay, again if we want to divide it, we cannot divide 4 using 8, so we can write here 0, so it gives us 0, so it gives us quotient 0 and remainder 4. So again we are writing remainders here. Okay, so what is the number, octal number of the decimal number 33? We have to take from bottom to tops. Okay, so it gives us octal number 41. So we can write 33 base 10 gives us 41 in octal number system. Clear? Okay, again we are taking another example. You can see the examples, all the remainders are here. We have to collect from bottom to top. Okay, and we have to make 0 here, then we have to collect. Okay, so here MSD means you can write it MSD or MSB, D for digit, B for bit, you can use both of them. MSD means most significant digit, LSD means least significant digit. We know the upper top remainder is known as the LSD and the bottom remainder is known as the MSD. Okay, go to the next slide. Now it is decimal to octal conversion. So we know if the base is 10, that means it is in the decimal number system. Okay, so when the number is integer, then we have to divide the number using 8 repeatedly. So the number is 75. So we have to divide it using 8, so that is 21. Remainder is 7. Again we are dividing 8, that is 2, it gives us remainder 5, and then 8 0, that means it gives us the remainder 2. Okay, so now we have to collect from bottom to top. So what will be the number? 257, base is 8. So for decimal number 175 we are getting 257. Okay, now we are taking decimal fraction. Same thing, if you have the decimal fraction, then we have to multiply the fraction with 8. Okay, so we have to write the fraction part under the fraction column and integer part and under the integer column. So if we multiply 0.3125 with 8, it gives us 2.5. So fraction value is 0.5 and integer part is 2. So we have to collect all the integer parts. So there we are writing another column, that is coefficient, and write the integer part here 2. Again fraction is 0.5, so we have to multiply fraction repeatedly with 8. Okay, until we got 0 in the fraction value. So here in the first, if we multiplied 8 into 0.3125, it gives us 2.5. So 0.5 is the fraction, so we have to collect integer under the coefficient, that is 2. Again we have to multiply the fraction. So here fraction is 0.5, so we have to multiply 0.5 into 8, it gives us 4.0. So the fraction part is 0 and integer part is 4, so we have to collect the integer part, that is 4, and fraction part is 0, so we have to stop here because the fraction is 0. So what is the number? The number we have to take from top to bottom here because it is the fraction. When it is not in the fraction, then we have to collect the remainders from bottom to top, and when it is in the fraction, decimal fraction, then we have to collect the numbers from top to bottom. So here for this decimal number system, the octal number system will be 24 base 8. Okay, thank you. Go to the next slide. Now this part is, we have to convert decimal number system into hexadecimal number system. For converting decimal to hexadecimal, there are 2 steps required to perform, which are as follows. Number 1 is, we have to perform division operations on the integer and the successive quotient with the base of the hexadecimal. Then next we have to perform the multiplication on the integer and the successive quotient with the base of the hexadecimal. 16. We are taking example. We have to look the example first here. So suppose 3509 is in the decimal number system base 10. So if we want to convert this decimal number system to hexadecimal number system, we have to divide this number repeatedly by 16, and whenever we get 0 at quotient, we have to stop. Okay, so here look at the example. Here it is 3509. So 16 and 3509. Now we are dividing 3509 using 16. So it gives us 219. Okay, and remainder will be 5. So we are collecting the remainders here same, and continuously or repeatedly we are dividing the quotient part until it gives us 0. So we are now collecting the remainders from bottom to top. It is 13, 11 and 5. Okay, so 13 means we know, 11 means we know, and 5 means we know. So if we write in the hexadecimal number system, it gives us DB5 because D means 13, B means 11 and 5 means 5. Okay, got it? So 3509 in decimal gives us 13, 11, 5. That means D, B and 5 in decimal. hexadecimal number system. Okay, so here we are taking another example. Here it is 765.245 in decimal. So at first we have to take integer part, then we have to take fraction part. Okay, so the integer part here is 765. Want to convert it into the hexadecimal number system, we have to divide it repeatedly by 6 until we get 0 at quotient, and we have to write the remainder part here. So we are dividing 765 by 16. Here we are getting 47 at quotient and remainder part is 13. Okay, so 13 here, then 15, then 2. If we repeatedly divide the number by 16, so 13 means we know, 13 means, 15 means we know, and 2 means we know. So here remainder is 13, 15, 2. So we have to write the number from bottom to top. When it is in integer, then it is 2, 15, 13. So in hexadecimal, 2 means 2, 15 means F, and 13 means D. Okay, so we can write it 765, that is in decimal, gives us 2FD in hexadecimal number system. Okay, but another part is remaining now, that is 0.245. So again we have to multiply 0.245 using 16s at least 3 times. Okay, and we have to collect all the integers, that means all the numbers before the decimal value or decimal point. Here it is 3, 14, 11, that is in red colored. So we have to collect all those numbers from top to bottom, because this is in the fraction. So the number is 3, 14, 11. Okay, so 3 means 3, 14 means E, and 11 means B. So we can write 0.245, that is in decimal, we can write it 3EB in 16. Okay, so at a whole we can write this. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Go to the next slide.